And now here's a story we covered a little early in the show. We've spoken about it many times in the past, and it concerns Walthamstow Stadium, Walthamstow Dog Track, the Stow, as it's known. And that future remains in doubt, and the time for local residents to have their say about plans is coming to an end. London and Quadrant want to build more than 300 new homes, a nursery and a leisure centre. It says there is significant public backing for their plans, which include up to 250 new jobs. But some local campaigners are urging the council to accept a rival bid, a bid by the millionaire Bob Moulton, which includes a new dog track. Well, joining us now is the Labour MP for Walthamstow, Stella Creasy. Good morning, Stella.
Hi, Paul. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. Now, we've learnt this morning the consultation has been extended until the end of this month. What is your view of what should happen to that site?
Well, I'm a big supporter of the rival plan that you're talking about there because I think it offers us the best of both worlds. Bob Moulton has committed to paying the London living wage at a restored Walthamstow dog track and building social housing on the site. So we get desperately needed jobs at a wage that we need in Walthamstow, and we get good quality homes in our local area as well. And I just think it offers Walthamstow what we really want, which is with both those things.
Of course, the developers, London and Quadrant, have been working very closely with Waltham Forest Council. Why are they not as keen, do you think, on Bob Moulton's proposal?
Well, to be honest, London Quadrant's behaviour has mystified both myself and Ian Duncan-Smith, and you can tell it's an unusual situation when it unites a Labour and a Conservative politician.
Although the council has given it the thumbs up, as we understand it.
No, well, the local authority is taking part in a planning process, so they have to be impartial. They have to judge the application on its merits. Just as they'll have to judge Bob's application. The critical thing here is that because it is a historic building, the local authority has to take into account a viable alternative, and Bob's alternative is viable, and I think the better option for Walthamstow.
Do you think there's a sentimental attachment, though, to the idea of keeping a dog track in Walthamstow when, frankly, people, while emotionally they were keen on it? I mean, I grew up in that part of the world. I used to go at the dog track and gradually stopped going. And it's kind of moved away from that as a sport. Is this not just an emotional voting with your heart type sympathy?
Look, there's absolutely no doubt that people feel very passionately about dog racing.
But they don't go along.
It's a very successful commercial
But
industry.
apparently didn't it close because of a lack of interest?
That's what L&Q want to say. There are lots of concerns about how the dog track was run previously. All I know is that Bob is a businessman as well as a passionate enthusiast, and if he didn't think he could make money out of it, he wouldn't be here putting his money up to make this happen.
OK, so people then have got now till the end of this month to decide how they want to vote on that one. We should say, and I've got a statement here you might want to respond to, Stella, from London and Quadrant. They did their own survey. They had a comment card issued. They said that 58% of people say they like the plans locally, 60% like the design of the new homes, and 57% are very keen on the children's nursery. And they concluded, we are committed to investing in Waltham Forest and providing tangible benefits for local people, and they've worked in the borough, they say, for over 40 years, have a strong track record in providing new homes and community regeneration. What they're not providing, of course, is the dog track.
Well, and there's a big question mark as to when they could actually provide this housing. But I'll tell you, that's also a survey where they didn't let people say if they wanted the dog track back. Now, I've got a lot of time for London Quadrant as a social housing association. I keep urging them to try and work with Bob, because actually there's a solution there where we could get both the jobs that the dog track provides and the housing back. But so far they've refused to do that.
Thank you for joining us this morning, the Labour MP for Walthamstow, Stella Creasy. This is BBC London 94.9.